Hello and welcome back to another episode of Geeks and Degenerates. Today we'll be talking about And the Heights, the highly anticipated adaptation of Lin-Manuel Miranda's Broadway musical. It's out now on HBO Max and theaters in the States, not here, unfortunately. Here we have to watch it on HBO Go. But oh well. There's a story of Wasnabi and his friends trying to make their dreams come true and trying to see if those dreams are really worth chasing in the end. But before we get into all that, let me introduce the panel. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel.
I thought you were gonna introduce us.
Yeah.
So pause and then go forward. You all know these people by now. Danny, we've heard in the Army of the Dead video, and we've seen her in the childhood cartoon videos, and Seven, Ina. Seen the Winter Soldier, Falcon and Winter Soldier video, and My Hero Academia video. How are you guys? Welcome back to the channel.
Mm,
Thanks, man.
Before we
Nice
get
to be here.
into the
nice to
plot,
be here. We're gonna start rapping.
Happy
sure.
to be back.
Before we get into the plot, let me ask you: are you guys into musicals, and what were your levels of anticipation for this movie, and what do you think coming out?
Who speaks
Yeah,
first?
who speaks first?
Do we all do rock paper
I
scissors?
mean, I'll go first since I'm not really
Lead
into
the lead,
musicals.
brother.
The most.
Say a name.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not really into musicals. When they're good, I'll watch it if I hear they're good. But when they're bad, like Cats 2019, unless someone forces me to, I try to avoid it, like the plague. But I heard good things about this one, and I like Lin-Manuel Miranda from Hamilton, so I was like, I'll give it a try. And I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. One of the few movie musicals I really liked. Uh, yeah, I had a real good time watching it. So no regrets.
Yeah,
Okay. Who's next?
next.
Who's next? Okay, Seb.
Yeah.
I guess it's me. Well, I have a little bit of experience with musicals, like watching Grease and um, Phantom of the Opera, and musical can be counted. Um, I wasn't super into it. Like it was like a closet thing. Um, was part of the several interests that I have. Um, I had no real expectations within the Heights. I watched in the I mean Hamilton with Ina recently. Really good. Lin Manuel's a fucking genius. Um, so in terms of the quality, I knew it was going to be good. But in terms of what it was going to be about or whether I was going to like it, personal taste wise, I didn't know. Um, so I went into it with no knowledge of In the Heights. So this was my first experience with In the Heights. Never seen the play or anything like that. And I was not disappointed at all. I actually kind of preferred it to Hamilton, like in terms of just like a storyline. Um, so yeah, no expectations. Came into it completely innocent, and I think it was a good way to do it all. So yeah,
Nice. Who's next?
You wanna go next, Ina?
Yeah, sure. In terms of musicals, I like musicals a lot. I actually took theater in college, behind the scenes, not the acting. The costume, the sets, and the props. So I was really into the theater side of things. When I found out that In the Heights was gonna come become a thing, I was excited to see how they were going to translate it from the musical to the film. Because there's so many things they can expound on or not focus on. More intimate shots that could be presented in the film that couldn't be translated properly because in the musical you are just limited to the set, the
yeah.
stage. So yeah, I was really excited to see it. Like I was expecting nothing bad from Lin Manuel. It's Lin Manuel Miranda. Like, come on, guys, come on. Like, yeah, I'm super excited. I enjoy when more musicals turn into a film because you do get more audience to watch it. Might make them want to also check it out on Broadway when it does go on Broadway. So yeah, it helps the theatrical industry. So
True.
happy. How about you, Danny?
Well, I grew up on musicals. I don't mean like Disney. Like when I was a teenager, me and my dad would go to the theater a lot. So
Nice.
I grew up on musicals, and In the Heights was one of the things we actually saw live.
Ooh.
So I came into this movie with the knowledge of the plot and the songs. I didn't like the stage play that much, and I think we're gonna be talking about that later on. But
Yeah.
I do have a fondness for the songs because even after like a few years later, I was still singing "Look at the fireworks" in my head. So but I grew up on musicals, and my favorite movie is actually a musical, Little Shop of Horrors. So
Ooh,
good.
yeah.
Uh, and for In the Heights, I think I've been waiting for this movie since like 2015, 2016, when it was still pre-production. But it's Lin-Manuel Miranda. I got excited because Hamilton's great, 21 Jump Street is great,
Yeah.
the music of Bring It On the musical is great, Moana's great,
Yeah.
everything he does is great. Uh, so I got excited, and this movie did not disappoint. This movie was way better than what I expected.
It
So
was.
such a good movie. Although the songs still hits a different kind of story.
Yeah.
S-
All right.
Speaking of the songs, this being a musical, what do you guys think of the music? And what do you guys think of the singing by the actors performing them?
And most importantly, what's your favorite song?
Yeah, thank
Ooh,
you.
it's rough. That's hard. I like the well, sing dancing wise. I loved 96,000.
Oh, the choreography for that song
So
was so good.
good.
Yeah, it was. And
So
the
good.
grandmother.
And the
Oh my god,
transition to underwater.
was so good.
Can you not? Also, Carnival de Barrio was really good.
Yeah,
But like I cried more in Paciencia Ife here in the film than in the musical.
same.
Yeah,
Cause,
so I yeah, go.
cause like in the musical, it wasn't sung during like Abuela's death.
Death,
It was
yeah.
sung after 96,000.
Yeah, which in the musical the difference was is Abuela actually found out she won the lottery. Not like in the film where Usnavi finds the ticket.
Oh, by the way, spoilers review.
Alright. Sorry.
They know
It's
our
okay.
stuff by now. They know most of our stuff.
You know.
The
But
spoilers anyway.
yeah, so yeah. What others? Yeah, yeah. Out of all the songs, I enjoyed 96,000 and Carnival de Barrio. Though I really enjoyed like when they started the In the Heights song, like the first one. I was really interested to see how Anthony Ramos would fare because when I
Yeah,
listened to it, you hear it from the OG, which is Lin Manuel. So it was really refreshing to hear his take on the song. Can
yeah.
be appreciated more. Yeah, yeah. How about you guys? What's your favorite song?
My favorite song, like in general, like plain and truth is Blackout.
Yeah.
The thing that disappointed me about the movie was Blackout, because
Yeah.
Blackout in the play was so intense. Everyone was singing up like on top of each other. And fun fact, actually, when I watched it, the theater actually did have a blackout.
Ah,
Like before the song, and the power just got cut.
for real?
Yeah, I mean they didn't cut off the aircon, but the lights, everything, it was
Ah,
all cut.
okay. It was part of the play. All right.
Yeah,
Oh, that's so cool.
and then they kept it for like a few seconds. So like the audience were chattering, "Oh, what's going on?" And then you start hearing blackout on stage. And then they put out their cell phones and they started going around. I was like, "Ah, that's so cool."
Oh my
Everyone was applauding.
god. Oh, I got chills just from what you were saying.
Everyone was applauding there, and I was just like, "This is the best Act One finale I've ever seen."
So
Um,
true.
so going to this movie, I don't know. I kind of posted 5 years ago. I was like, if the cinemas don't go on a blackout during blackout, what's the point? But blackout
Mama things.
disappointed me. Blackout disappointed me in the movie. But what really surpassed my expectations was Paciencia F.
Yeah.
That was so good, and I cried at the end.
I know.
And then it was followed by Alabanza. That was so good.
Yeah. They hit it out of the park.
Yeah. The
How
directing,
about
who's the director? John M. Chu.
mm,
Amazing. Give him the musicals now. Prevent whoever directed Cats, or Tom Hooper. Prevent him from directing any more musicals. Give it all to John and Chu from now on.
Yeah, yeah. How about you boys? What is your favorite song from In the Heights?
Um, Definitely the opening song and Blackout. Um,
Okay.
those two really left a mark on me, and I do like the visuals and the choreography mostly, especially when like what Ina said, the scene in 96,000 when the camera goes underwater and you hear the people sing. That's
So
amazing.
good.
So good.
So good.
And the whole Placentia if Fate sequence is amazing too. And it's very emotional too at the end because watching it, I'm like, when it goes quiet and just hear footsteps, I'm like, oh, I know where this is going. She's gonna pass away, unfortunately. But yeah, what song with Nina and Corey Hawkins when they were walking on the walls?
When the
Um,
sun goes down.
yeah.
Yes, that's another one that really stood out to me. Yeah, I really like the music of this musical. I'm really impressed by it.
Yeah.
Seb.
Yeah, how about you?
Um, the thing about this is like, and this is the same with like Hamilton. There aren't a lot of songs with Lin-Manuel Miranda that really stick with me. I kind of see it as an entity on its own. But one of the songs that I think I would find myself continuously listen to is Piragua. Um, 96,000. The was just fucking insane. Um, Again, you guys are talking about adaptation underwater. That one was amazing to me because um, the sound design in this movie is just fucking top notch. Transitions and sound design, crazy. Because not all of this is necessarily being done live. Like what you see is not necessarily what's happening, but it's perfectly incorporated into this, and their use of foley, fucking unparalleled.
True.
The Remember that song with Dr. Dre and his girlfriend walking around the park and shit, and then
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
eventually sees her younger self. You'll see certain parts there where, like, actually, even in the intro song, like you'll see like the sound of sneakers and like sticks hitting fences that are perfectly incorporated into the song. It's not live incorporated into the song, but like it all just feels so naturally put in there,
Yeah.
and it adds so much to the feel of the song and there's often like this kind of disconnect between uh, the more musical portions of a play and the more conversational play. And I think In the Heights made it really seamless and natural what was going on. Like people don't just break into fucking song every day, but like the
We
way
do
it was.
though.
That's fair.
Sound.
That's fair. But we don't have a full fucking production number behind this.
Okay, that's true.
It just all felt really natural. Like the sound design, like the people behind the scenes, the entire production crew needs to be given the biggest raise because I've never felt so immersed in a musical. I've never I've never felt a musical feel so enhanced by turning it into a movie. But yeah, my favorite songs are Piragua, 96. Pasense Ife is one, but
Mm.
um uh I was impressed by how things were done that I didn't get emotional by it.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I saw Ina fucking ball her eyes out, and
Yeah.
I was just looking at it going like that was well done. But yeah, yeah. You know what, Danny? I think you were disappointed with Blackout because the Blackout didn't immediately happen
No, I was
naturally in your
disappointed
own
by
home.
no, I was disappointed by Blackout because I was already tainted by my theater experience with Blackout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even though I wasn't, yeah, and the soundtrack of the at least in the Broadway recording, the Blackout sounded more chaotic
Mm.
because
Mm.
like there was this part that they've taken off in the movie, and I wish they didn't. Was when Usnavi said something like, um, "Chill or for real, or we're gonna get killed." Because
Yeah.
like, and
Stampede.
yeah, and I feel like when you kind of remove that from the movie, it kind of lessened the danger of this blackout because
Dude,
everyone was pushing the doors open. So
dude,
I
the
can't.
blackout gave me anxiety.
Oh, you're gonna get more anxiety if you just hear
Um,
the
no,
Broadway recordings.
That's true.
I know what happens now, but the anxiety I experienced during the blackout was like, oh fuck, there's gonna be some kind of like people gonna die situation. Like, so when it didn't happen, I was like, oh my god, oh my god.
I also missed the part in Blackout where Sunny was saying what's going on. Suddenly, I find the electricity is gone.
Yeah.
I kind of missed that part just because it flowed so well with the harmony and the melody of the song.
Next time you watch In the Heights the movie, just have a BB gun ready to start lighting up the lights in your room. You know,
There we
like
go.
boom. All right,
Ah, there
immersion.
you go. You know what? A few years right during typhoon season, here we get blackouts a lot. So every
Yeah.
time a blackout plays, I just play that song and I just like lie down,
How fitting.
immersion.
I should.
Dude, you just lie down and get super tense. Like the anxiety builds up and there's no one in your house, but you're like, oh no, this people are gonna stop fucking dying. Oh no, we can't get out of the club. Oh no, where's Vanessa? Where's Vanessa?
Where's Vanessa? Where's Usnavi?
Yeah.
It's like, hold on, I'm not even in New York. Fuck.
I'm not even in Washington Heights. Where are they? You know, when me and my dad were watching the movie, we actually had to pause the movie because my dad's like, "Where is Washington Heights?" And I was like,
He
Good
looked for
question.
it.
we went on Google Maps and looked for Washington Heights for continuing the movie. He's like, they keep on saying Washington Heights a lot, so where is it? I was like, it's in New York,
Upper
obviously.
Manhattan. Yeah.
Washington Heights is in Washington Heights.
The Upper East Side.
That's wherever Peragua served.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure.
It's the fucking
Peragua,
East Side.
Peragua.
Aside from the music, what do you guys think of how the characters are handled? And who was your favorite character of the movie? Mine was Usnavi. And Corey Hawkins' character, I forgot his name. But he's
Dr.
great.
Dre.
Dr. Gurney from Straight Out of
Dr.
Compton.
Dre.
It's Benny.
Pretty
Benny.
Benny.
Get your
That's
shit
what I
together.
said. That's what I said. Dr. Dre.
My fave character is Peragua Man.
I
I like
agree.
Parago,
I
man.
agree. I
Yeah.
actually think Piragua Man is the best
Piragua
character
Man
in
is
the
best
entire
It's not
movie.
man.
even because he's played by Lin-Manuel Miranda. It's
Yes.
just because he's so funny.
His character is really funny.
Dude, he's like what would have been like he's like the best version of Cabbage Dude
But
from from Last
from
Airbender.
Avatar,
You're like, this is the best guy with a cart to ever be in a movie. Like,
he just randomly goes. Imagine like if Usnavi just knocks over his Peragua cart and he goes, "My Peragua!"
hey, Dios mío, my piragua! uh,
There.
dude, like, another thing with Piragua Man is like when he started singing Piragua and he did that like little transition, that illusion slingshot thing into the bus and out of the bus back into the sidewalk. I was like, Jesus Christ, the transition is literally the best I've seen in any fucking movie.
True.
You know,
It's really good.
Peragua Man reigns so superior.
dude, I just want to see Piragua Man a Super Saiyan Sorbetero. Like
Yeah.
that's all I need to see.
Guys, you know what? When I
What?
was watching it when I was watching it in theaters, when Peragua Man came in, right? He had two songs.
Mhm.
So the second song when he entered, it was right after Abuela Claudia died.
Yeah.
So when he entered the stage and then you hear that music, the entire audience, I shit you not, started applauding and wooing him.
Ooh.
Like we all know this is the best character. And then when he said something like Mr. Softy's truck has broken down, the audience was like,
Yeah.
so it's like the audience, we all know we're with Paragua guy right here. He had the best character arc.
He did. So happy for Piragua man.
Dude, Piragua Man is like Ryan Reynolds in Hobbs and Shaw. You know,
True.
I think uh Dan's seen it. Enzo's seen it, I assume. I don't think Ina's seen it, but dude, Ryan Reynolds has a couple of scenes in Hobbs and Shaw, and they're the reason why I watch Hobbs and Shaw. Like you can discount the movie, everything else in Hobbs and Shaw, but I just need to see those two fucking Ryan Reynolds scenes, and I'm like, this is
This is cinema.
this is this is cinema right here. This is all I'll ever need for movies.
It's like those videos on YouTube, but like Hobbs and Shaw, but it's just Ryan Reynolds,
Yeah,
and it's just like 10 minutes long, and it's like great
Mm.
cinema.
Lucas Rebecca Hobbs. How you doing, Becky? Back to In the Heights though.
Yeah.
In the Heights, but everything's just Peragua, man.
I mean,
Release the Piragua Man cut.
Release
yeah.
the Paragon man. God.
It's just 2 hours of Peragua man selling Peragua.
Yes, that's all I need. Him singing every now and then, but mostly just him serving Piragua.
Yeah.
Just walking around looking for customers. And then when he doesn't have any customers, Peragua, Peragua.
Like him serving customers, he sees the ice cream man and he's just like Dinko Bird.
And then it's gonna be like that JoJo meme where they just turn to each other.
All right.
Yeah.
As much as I would like to stay on Paragon man, what do you guys think of the other characters such as Nina and Vanessa?
Uh,
Vanessa had no right to be that pretty.
That's true. That's true. That's
true.
true. That's true.
Like,
Dude, I continuously looked at this woman and I was like, calm the fuck down. With shit you can't.
although not, although like everyone in the barrio was thirsty for her, so it kind of makes sense.
Hmm.
I do appreciate that they fleshed out Vanessa and Sonny more in the
Oh,
film.
and Nina as well.
Well, Nina as well. Like, let's say for one, Nina, again spoiler, she decides to go back to college. In the play, it was because of Abuela,
Yeah.
mostly for Abuela. In the show and the film, it was so that she can help pursue people's dreams who were undocumented. And then Sonny, in the in the play, was never it was never talked about that he was an undocumented immigrant, which they did here in the film.
Yeah.
And Vanessa, like in the play, she was just like, I need to get out of here.
She didn't have a reason. She didn't have
Yeah.
like that reason why she wanted to get out.
Yeah.
Just didn't know.
Yeah. So I like that they fleshed out like she wants the fashion career
Although I
aspect.
kind of think in doing so they kind of decreased a lot of Abuela scenes.
They did.
Cause like in the play, it's like Abuela's there almost every time, but in the
Yeah.
movie she appeared in like 4 scenes.
Yeah. You feel Abuela's love more in the play.
Yeah, and also in the play, Nina had an entire song where she was looking back at her like childhood and found that like Abuela was always there, like
Yeah.
taking care of her too. So it's like a nice touch because like Usnavi was like she adopted the entire barrio as her own. So
Mm.
that was a nice touch that was kind of lost in the movie. But you also felt like the barrio came together when she died.
That's
I,
true.
Alabama was really sad here.
I think Abuela's presence was very the way they incorporated her into the movie is kind of like a phantom glue to the bus rather
Mm.
than like displaying it outright.
Yeah.
As much as I in the play, I definitely have to see the play, but um I could already feel of Abuela early on. Like with the few things that were said about Abuela, I already knew how important she was. So for one, I definitely had a feeling uh, but also I knew just how important she was, and I knew that because she's a character of the past, her presence do a lot to build up the characters of the present. The ones who are gonna make it out of this
Mm.
won't. Um, and because I knew that, me hearing about the connections to Abuela and her importance rather than through Abuela did more to benefit the characters that were in the narrative itself.
Mm.
Um, it's kind of if um like an indication of, let's say, like Watchmen, like a lot of it is like about the comedian but he's already dead. It's what would have more on the characters in the current timeline.
Mhm.
And I felt it that Abuela was very tastefully done. Like characters like Sunny, characters like Nina, characters of Vanessa got exactly the spotlight I feel like they needed. And of course it's an ensemble cast, so you have, what is this, about 2.5 hours to do this, right? That's about how long the movie was. You have that much time to introduce way too many characters. So
Mm.
like you do have to cut something out. Like Abuela's scenes being cut to the degree that they are. I don't know how cut they were, but um I think they used her as a way to properly develop the character that's going to be around for the rest of the movie. Um and fridging, but I think it was a necessary thing to for the plot to move in a way where all the characters get a good amount of spotlight and a level of importance. That's just my take on that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I really like how the film touches on the struggle the American immigrant has to go through just to make ends meet and at the same time make their dreams come true. Uh, that I in this day and age, it's really important to show that side of the American dream, and you see them struggle and try to chase their dreams, and at points question is this dream really worth pursuing if it's going to cause a lot of other things, like you see Nina having to drop out of Stanford, one to make her dad stop having to pay all these massive amounts of tuition fees, and do it because she feels like she doesn't belong in Stanford society. Because as she mentioned, she was searched, she was profiled by the authorities because they thought she stole the full bracelet. And you also see how desperately they want said dreams to come true. Like with Sonny, he wants to go to college, and you see the pain in his eyes when he realizes, I might not be able to do that. I am undocumented. So when you see he has a chance to finally maybe get a green card, the hope in his eyes is powerful stuff.
Yeah. Uh yeah, that was really nice. America does have this thing where they give you this imaginary brass ring of hard enough if you get somewhere. And to see this very real experience from someone who's only the only thing that doesn't make him American is a few papers, but he's lived his entire life there. It's all he knows. And for a country that he's for and lived his entire life for, just for them to say that you're not one of us because of a few papers, and it's a very real experience for a lot of people because most of the people from the United States are immigrants, and for immigrants, the backbone of that country, to be treated like second class citizens, and for that to be so blatantly addressed here, and for with a child, really brings a good amount of impact on the experience of what it is to be uh, a U.S. immigrant, whether documented or not.
Yeah. Also, can I just say that I'm kind of glad that they removed this from the play, but in the play, Benny was facing some real discrimination from Nina's dad
Mm, yeah, yeah.
because he was black.
Really? Huh.
Yeah. Why
Yeah,
gotta be black? But yeah.
because in the play, Nina and Benny were, like in the movie, were like a couple,
Oh
but
yeah.
they didn't. But Nina's dad didn't approve because Benny was black and not Latino.
Yeah.
I mean, that black Latinos exist, but Benny wasn't Latino specifically. So kind of, and I'm kind of glad that the movie removed that,
Mm,
especially in the political climate of how things were when they were filming this back
yeah.
back then in like 2017. So, but they replaced it with other very much real stuff.
Yes, yeah.
You know they.
Uh, no, but that's also real though. Like
Hmm.
Mm,
it's something that it's something that could have been addressed, and I think it would have still been right. But it would have added a level of tension that I don't think the movie would have needed. But if we're talking about the reality, how black people are perceived by anyone else that isn't black, let's be real, that's just real as fuck. Like that
True.
kind of discrimination is real as fuck. Look at how Asians perceive black people. Look at how like white people perceive black people. Like, never has it been in most cultures for black people as anything other than dirty,
Yeah.
unintelligent, and people, which is just untrue. And to this day, like, it's still happening. It's not an outdated issue, nor is it too politically incorrect to address it. It's real, you know. No matter what community you come from, there will always be that ignorant tita or that ignorant family member that's not gonna want you to
True.
date a black person, whether or not this is a black person that's super cultures or not. It's just the reality of things. I'm glad they didn't include it for the sake of me wanting to have a good time, but
Imagine if they included all these issues. It's
dude,
gonna be like not. I mean, it's gonna be a good movie, but it's gonna be quite a heavy movie to take
Tone will
in.
Yeah.
change.
dude,
Yeah.
just a
Yeah.
fucking mega bummer the whole time. Like, come on, man, I just want to have a good time.
I just want to dance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I just want to salsa, you know.
I just want to get my peraguas.
Yeah.
Yes,
Give us peraguas.
I was
And
really
they
surprised.
did change a lot of like political aspects. Like in
Yes,
96,000, there's a lyric where they actually mentioned Trump, but in the
true.
film
Oh,
they changed it to Tiger Woods.
oh,
I think they kind of still can do the Trump lyric because
Yeah.
it implies that Trump is slower than Benny, and
I
and we love that. We love that for Benny, and we love that for all of us. But
hmm,
they also changed the line. I assume for racism.
yeah.
In 96,000, where graffiti pizzas where they changed it to an Obi-Wan reference.
Ah, yeah, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because like
what was the original?
the original one was kind of racist.
Here, the line I think was like, "Yo, I got more hoes than a phone book in Tokyo." To "Yo, I got more flows than Obi-Wan Kenobi." Yo, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Yeah,
I would have loved for them to keep the original line.
I was singing along, and then when that Obi-Wan line came up, I was like, "Hold up,
The only thing culturally culturally inappropriate is that they said a Japanese phone book. That's a
Yeah,
Vietnamese phone book, brother. That's a Vietnamese phone book. All the hoes are in Vietnam. Just look at it. I swear, a lot of
yeah.
them named
Miss
Ho.
Saigon, Miss
Yeah.
Miss
Saigon.
Saigon" was another musical I did not like.
Oh,
uh,
I
ooh.
showed it to my brother without him knowing what the hell was going on.
Hmm.
And then when Kim just fucking died at the end, and then the stage, and then like the curtains went down, he was like,
Spoilers, bro.
"That's where it ends."
It's fine.
I
I
was
It's
like,
fine. It's
this
fine.
now you
The
ruined it for me.
the show is just as good. The show is still good.
Uh,
Anyways, back to In the Heights.
it's like saying spoilers. Everyone dies in Les Miserables.
gasp.
Spoiler:
spoilers. Everyone is sad in Les Miserables.
Yes.
Hamilton
Spoilers.
dies in Hamilton.
Hamilton dies in Hamilton. Guys, don't spoil Hamilton for me. But Burr said he was the damn fool that shot him.
Yeah, it's like
It's in the
He
first
said
part.
right at the
It's in the
start.
first song. Now, if you said Abuela died in the Heights, that's a spoiler.
yeah.
I
But
was
there was no foreshadowing of it whatsoever.
I was really surprised by Jimmy Smits in this movie. Like watching him, like God damn, this guy can act. And this is the first time I've seen you not in a Star Wars movie or in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. The guy's fantastic in the
Wait,
movie.
where was Jimmy Smith in Star Wars?
He's Bail Organa.
Oh yeah, yeah. He daddy
Motherfucker!
Organa.
Oh, Daddy Leia.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Did you
I
notice his
completely
Oh,
ringtone
forgot.
was the King George um, song from
yeah. Did you
Hamilton?
Yeah,
guys
yeah, yeah,
get
yeah.
Yeah.
"You'll Be Back" in the
We were
Heights?
laughing so
Yeah.
hard.
He
Yeah.
sang "You'll Be Back."
No, remember in the phone call, like when he called
The
and then
ringtone
waiting
was
for the person to answer, you hear the "You'll be back," and you'll
Yeah, yeah,
see.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
Which
yeah,
means that Lin-Manuel Miranda exists in this universe.
yeah. Uh huh.
Ooh, it's
oh,
canon.
Dude,
Shoot.
oh.
dude, into the LM2 verse, like just
When are we gonna
Moana
have
meeting with Alexander Hamilton, meeting
Lin-Manuel Miranda universe?
meeting with Piragua Man, and they all stop like Aaron Burr or some shit. I don't know.
Lin-Manuel Miranda Endgame.
Oh man.
Infinity,
Hmm.
and then like Peragua Man was actually Iron Man the entire time. I am Peragua Man.
Hmm.
What do
He
you
pulls out a
guys?
scooper.
God,
He pulls out a block of ice
No,
and like
he doesn't say I'm Piragua, man. He just says Piragua, then just puts it on the cone, and they all die. Just immediate death.
Aaron Burr, R.I.P. Thomas Jefferson too.
Aaron Burr Thanos.
For real, I felt more for Aaron Burr than I did Hamilton though. He was so excited during the election,
He just wanted to become vice president.
and then Hamilton was like, "You have no ideals."
Yeah.
That's so mean.
You
right?
neutral bitch.
Ha- like Jefferson has beliefs, Burr has none. Nobody asks your
Ooh.
opinion, just choose.
Yeah.
That
Aaron Burr with years of friendship behind that. Did this bitch just backstab me?
kala ko tropa tayo.
Betrayed.
Kala ko
Betray.
tropa tayo, Lods.
What do you guys think of the chemistry between Usnavi and Vanessa and Nina and Benny?
Vanessa.
Think the,
Um,
Mm.
They were
I
great.
love I love the way the director John Chu, right?
Yeah.
The way he used the door, the reflection from the refrigerators whenever they could for Usnavi and Vanessa.
Yeah.
Ah, it was so
exactly,
good.
exactly.
So visually
Yeah,
good.
The
Mm.
yeah,
smiley face.
dude,
Yeah, that was so cute. And then
dude, such good shots, dog. Such good shots.
I really love that shot in 96,000 where like Vanessa was on like the floaty and then like they were surrounding her. That was so good.
yeah. Mm,
And then like it's intercut with like graffiti people spraying like the
yeah.
number. It's like this movie's so well directed. What the fuck?
Yeah. Mm, I mean, their relationship was I liked it. I mean, I had to get used to the fact, like for example, Benny and Nina in the musical, they were also just like in the legal stage. They weren't an established couple compared to the film where sila na like they broke up and then they got back together. And then yun nga, with Vanessa, I'm just happy in the film she got more of a character,
Yeah. Rather than person who
which
wants to leave.
yeah, which made their chemistry in the film. I like it more than in the musical. Like
Although
yeah,
in the
go.
music in the film, I'm kind of sad they cut out Usnavi's part when like he was telling his dad's room.
I know.
It was so funny in the music where he was just trying to just like be like that the entire time.
Yeah,
Yeah, but uh, I don't know. It was a joke that wasn't in the film.
it wasn't needed, I guess.
Yeah,
Dude,
but
that club scene strike.
that club scene was lit, man.
Oh my god,
the
Dude,
club
like,
scene is
yes.
dude,
great.
it was interesting, but the whole time I was like, Ustavi, no, you're dropping the ball. No, 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 no.
Yeah, yeah,
Did Seb, did you know that in the play, the club scene actually ended with a fight, with
yeah.
with
No,
a
I didn't
plot
tell
That makes
him.
A
sense.
fight?
I didn't
That
tell him. Yeah,
yeah, cause like right as Ina said, Nina and Benny were still kind of courting each other. They were like
yeah,
legal lang. And then Benny saw Nina flirting with someone else, and then Benny walked up to that guy and just punched him. And then it went to this fight scene, and then that's when the blackout happened.
yeah.
So I guess
Why
it
gotta
kind of
be
makes
black though?
Then
uh,
again, like,
it makes sense more
mhm,
in the play because like since they do blackouts while you're watching it, I guess it made sense because it kind of cut the tension a bit before
yeah,
going like having a segue to blackout, so it wasn't
yeah,
really needed in the movie. And I think it was nice that they cut it out because it kind of shows Benny as a possessive dick. So
yeah.
I'm
They
glad
also
that they cut that out.
I think they also had to cut that fight out because it like in the musical and in the movie they changed the order of some of the songs.
Mhm.
Like one notable one is yun nga, the fact that it was after the blackout where they played Pasencia Ife to play out when Abuela passes away.
Yeah,
Had they kept the fight scene, it would have been way too stressful. And would have
everyone's
taken
just so stressed
yeah, it
watching.
would have taken away it would have taken away the spotlight on Abuela
Yeah,
in the movie.
and like during the blackout in the play, Benny and Nina were fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it would it, like if they had that in the movie with that order. So like club scene, blackout, paciencia Fe, and then alabanza. It would have been such an emotional 30 minutes where you're just not breathing anymore.
Yeah.
I need a breather, man.
Hagulgul.
So I'm glad that they cut that out instead, because like Snavi and Vanessa were fighting, Benny and Nina were fighting, then Abuela. It's
Yeah.
like too much, man.
Oh no, the
Yeah.
emotions will be too high.
Yeah.
Also,
The only
in
also
like after the blackout in the play, when it when like the act two opener, it was sunrise, so it was like Benny and Nina, they come out of the apartment, and like Nina is wearing Benny's shirt, so you kind of think something happened,
yeah.
and then turns out they were just doing Spanish lessons the entire night. It's like, are you ready? I'm ready. And then Nina starts speaking Spanish, and Benny's trying to translate it. I kind I kind of wish they kept that because it's funny, but it made no sense if they put it in the movie.
Yeah.
Does the reveal that Osnavi then go back to the Dominican Republic? Does it happen exactly the way it is
And
in the movie?
no, it didn't in the play. No, it started with him already in the going to the bodega, because like he saw graffiti Pete, graffitiing. I don't think
Yeah.
that's a verb. And then he just shoos him away, and then that's when the play starts. But in the movie, there's a bit more characters like best days of my life, blah blah blah. I can't wait to go back there. My father owned a bar
Bar.
there. That
It was
was never in the play.
yeah. The bar that Usnavi's dad had in Dominican Republic was called Suenito, which was referenced naman in the film, but they never actually showed that that was the name of the bar. That's why it
Yeah,
meant a lot to Usnavi.
the thing that kept Usnavi in the play was because he saw a graffiti of Abuela Claudia.
Ugh, yeah.
So
Sorry.
that was the thing that kept him in Washington Heights instead of finding his own place in the like in the movie. He found his own Swanito.
Yeah.
So it kind of didn't make sense to me in the play. It's like he just saw a picture of Abuela Claudia and he's like, damn it, I'm gonna stay here then.
Yeah.
Because like it didn't make sense to me after all that build up. But in the movie it made more sense because he found his island the whole time,
Mm-hmm.
and he found his happiness in Vanessa, in Sunny, and
Yeah.
everyone in that. But in the musical, in the not in the musical, in the play, it kind of didn't reference to that. He just kind of gonna be like, Abuela's gone, I'm out. So I'm glad that they changed a lot in the movie and made it more cohesive.
Um, I think the Abuela painting there could have been room for it. But I think um like maybe as he was approaching his store, Vanessa just gonna be like, take a look at this for a sec, and then like just shows him the painting of Abuela on the wall,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you're just like, cool. And then they open the door, and then they show him all the shit inside it. Um,
Yeah.
that would have
uh,
worked so much better, actually.
Yeah. But
actually,
mm.
one thing they could have done was have him go inside, have him see everything,
And
and
then
then as he like he should still be
ooh.
thinking Abuela at that point, and then they're like, all right, just give me a little bit of time. When they close it, boom, Abuela
Abuela.
painting.
I would have cried harder.
House
But in,
Step would have written.
but instead they just showed the paciencia efe.
Yeah.
That
I mean,
that was nice. That
Yeah,
was
all
nice.
all of the Abuela murals, they all quote Paciencia Ife.
Mm.
So so
Alab-
it,
one of them quotes Alabanza.
that's true. That too.
I'm kind of sad that in
Like somewhere in the
96,000.
wall, it just says Peragua.
Wait,
Peragua, man, did you do this?
wait, you were saying about 96,000?
I kind of miss how in the movie they didn't have Abuela shout out Alabanza in 96,000, because it
Ah,
would have set
yeah.
up perfectly for the Alabanza song. Because
Mm.
we never hear her say that in um in the movie, but in the play we hear her say Alabanza when Usnavi revealed it's 96,000. Because it
Mm.
would have made more sense when Usnavi says Alabanza is what she says. It's like we
Mm.
never heard her say that in the movie.
That's true.
my thing though is the reveal of like Abuela being the one who won the fucking lottery ticket and having to it was so great.
Yeah, that was such a great
Um,
reveal.
uh, no, and at that point,
No.
like it reminds, like I was so immersed in this movie, analyzing where it could go. Like I lived this movie scene by scene, so it's like I was experiencing it truly in real time. When they revealed that Abuela had the 96K, the cha-ching, bling bling. Um, I felt that. It's kind of like, Captain America gonna go into Thanos' army with a busted arm and a broken shield on your left all of a sudden. Like that's how it felt.
Uh,
So like just a fucking reveal, but like because all of the flashback scenes looked like they were in insert Latino country here. Um
Dominican Republic?
Dominican Republic. Uh I thought he would still leave, you know.
Same.
Yeah.
I was immersed enough in that and unfamiliar enough with in the heights, and I was like, shit, man, he gonna leave. Like he in Boracay already. Like,
Oh yeah, that wasn't in the play. They didn't
That
even have
wasn't
a
in the
daughter.
play.
Yeah, they didn't have a daughter.
mm,
So
he,
so it also caught me off guard. It was like, oh, he stayed. It was like, wait, I should know this. He stayed.
yeah, I mean, also, I was trying not to say anything because like, I was watching it myself. Like, something's not right. Did he completely change the play?
They
um,
made Les Miserables happy. The end.
And everyone lived.
I had a sinking feeling. I don't know
Valjean
why.
didn't die actually.
I don't know why I had a sinking feeling like something's gonna go wrong. Either he's gonna get hit by a car, or something worse is gonna happen. So when it all
But
ends
now he's
happy, I'm like, oh, thank
now
God.
he's just walking across, and then suddenly a car hits him,
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
in the Heights final destination.
like it's gonna be like Les Miserables instead of ending with going, we're all in this together.
Once we know that we
Well,
are.
imagine Eponine and Valjean doing that.
And now I
I
can't get it
want to
out of
see
my head.
Javert and Jean Valjean.
Javert and Jean Valjean doing breaking free. No, no, no. Better. What I've been looking for.
No, no, no.
Come on, Javert has been looking for Valjean the entire
No.
time.
What I want to see is Javert singing. No, wait. I gotta sing the
Stop.
High School
Stop.
Musical.
Stop.
No, 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 no.
Get your head in
Uh,
the game.
Bet on
uh,
it?
What
when
I've
there
been
was you
looking
and me.
for. Ah.
When there was you and me. Like, like before he commits suicide. Like he's just walking on the bridge, singing "When There Was You and Me."
I'm
And there was
standing
me and
here,
you.
but all I want
Nagtatampo
is
siya
to
kay
be
Jean
with
Valjean.
you.
You know?
And then he just goes to himself, why did I let myself believe miracles can happen?
Uh, we Mr. Robin Major Key. That's all we're asking for. Like,
We just need a happy Les Miserables. Hold on, before we go back to In the Heights, did you know that Japan made an in the not In the Heights, Les Miserables fighting game?
Huh?
I kind of want to play it.
We should. We should.
Dibs on
Les
Japan
Miserables.
fighting game. I kind of want Dibs on Japan show.
Bef-
I
Valjean's specialty is throwing bread.
no Valjean's specialty is stealing it. Like he'll just like all the characters have like bread as HP and he just takes the bread.
But Javert's specialty is throwing handcuffs.
Javert's specialty is at killing kids.
oh my God. Before we go any deeper into this whole, what are you guys' final thoughts on this movie and what is your overall score?
Peragua. Peragua.
That's her
Full
score.
block of ice, Peragua.
Parago out of 10.
That's her
Cool.
score. That's her score.
Okay,
That's her score.
Okay, out of five Peraguas, I rate this five Peraguas.
Hey,
I agree.
I agree. Give all the peraguas, man.
I just do want to expound though on why I would give this a perfect score. Oftentimes, when you translate a musical, like a Broadway musical, into a movie, it's often uh, done in a way that play too much or play serves the movie too much.
Looking at you,
Um,
Rent.
uh, it's a very difficult medium to properly translate
Yeah.
in a way that gives you an enhanced experience rather than a diluted experience or a self-righteous one. This doesn't feel like they're trying too hard to show you how with like Les Mis. It doesn't try to oversell you on its mainstreamness. I don't really have an example for that one, but here what they did was they took everything from In the Heights, like limitations of having to work with a set, the limitations of having to essentially work panoramic shot, and they expanded the set and they made it feel like an entire world, and you felt immersed in this world. And the production, the musical numbers themselves felt so big and so important. Um, this movie was incredibly well shot. The transitions are sent from heaven. These are the only times I've ever liked seeing lens flare.
True.
And I saw it a couple times and I'm like, why is this beautiful for some reason? Like, why is this J.J. Abrams shit hitting? But yeah, it's a visual masterpiece. It's an audiophile's wet dream. The acting is tremendous. And anything that comes from Lin-Manuel Miranda's mind is just good fucking quality shit, man. If you got 2.5 hours to spare, it's worth it. Because there's kind of nothing else. Like, if you've seen the play, then sure, you're gonna be like, oh, I went to the play, we're here. But if you've never seen it, you're seeing it with virgin. There's nothing wrong with this movie. Unless you erase that's really it. Like you can't market it to erase it.
Copy paste what Seb said.
Yeah.
It's
The,
like it's a visual piece.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I
like
like
yeah, you proceed.
Oh no, I was just gonna say like I like how they were able to immerse us into the film.
Yeah, true.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing with musical movies is that if you look at all the successful musical movies, be it not I mean like not High School Musical, but like the ones that had a stage play first,
Yeah.
they changed a lot of things to make it work. Like as I said a while ago, my favorite movies, Little Shop of Horrors. A lot of the things in the movie aren't in the play. They had to change it in order to fit the movie concept because movie is a different medium from a stage play.
Yeah.
And like for instance, you kill off a bunch of characters in a stage play, like Les Mis. There's always that time in the movie where they don't come back to life because there are no bows. Whereas a stage play, you can kill off someone and they'll come back to life as for bows. So that's something that you have to consider when changing it into a movie that these characters don't come back to life.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of glad that In the Heights changed a lot of things to make sure it flows as a movie because it's easier to do vignette stories as in a stage play. I mean, Company is a vignette play, Rent is a vignette play, In the Heights is one, but this is what Rent the movie suffered because it still acted out as a few scenes strung together. But In the Heights, they had to change it to make it flow better, and that so the songs got rearranged a lot. Songs got cut out, characters got cut out, but in the end, it was like it's all worth it because it's a good movie, and I think it's genuinely better than the play. Also,
Mm,
yeah, the songs are great. Lin Manuel Miranda's a genius.
would you guys be like game if ever they decided to do In the Heights live?
Like,
Here?
I
Like how they did Grease and Hairspray.
oh yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
Yeah,
Yes.
right.
Yes.
Let's have
Yes.
two versions of that shit.
They get
Dog
the same cast. Ah.
May just say Melissa Barrera's casting. Like since I never act you talked about Melissa with
Mhm.
Vanessa and Ustadi's chemistry. Like I loved all the scenes where they were just kind of playing around with the idea and shit.
Like
But I was
something.
like, I've seen such good casting for a woman who's supposed to represent someone who can have an entire town wanting her. I'm like, when you look at this lady, someone says, "Yeah, everyone in this town wants it," and I'm like, I buy it.
True.
Buy
Yeah.
Also,
it. Like
I'll,
that's
I'll just say
feasible.
like a fun fact here. When Usnavi found the 96K, that
Mm.
was Anthony Ramos's not acting. That was his legit reaction.
Oh, that's so cute.
Oh,
They,
that's so good. They Tom Hollanded him.
cause like, cause they were just like, you find something, go action. So when you find that was his honest to goodness reaction, and I think that was great.
That's
Oh, that
amazing.
that that scene hits different now. It's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, the part where he says you play and that hits different now.
Yeah.
Sa director pala yun eh. You play!
You play.
I'd go
Same as
ahead
with
and
John M2. You play.
I'd go.
JMC. What the fuck, bro? What the fuck?
There- Anthony Ramos also played Usnavi in the Lincoln Center performance of In the Heights, I think back in 2017 or 2018. And Vanessa was actually played by Vanessa Hudgens.
Yeah, I've seen that
And
video of
Oh
her.
I
yeah!
want to see that version so bad.
Maybe it's in YouTube. Ganun eh.
There's a clip of her practicing.
They have
I
Yeah, they
rehearsal.
probably do.
They have rehearsal footage on YouTube.
Yeah,
Huh. We'll check it out after this podcast.
True.
yeah, but
Like honestly, Anthony Ramos was great as Usnavi.
yeah.
So good.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
The thing
Do-
that I kind of
But
sad that they didn't expand on was Sunny and Graffiti Pete were like friends in the play, and in the movie he was just kind of treated as a nuisance. It's like poor Pete.
He's
yeah.
the swiper of he's the
Pete, no
swiper of In the
graffiti.
Heights.
Pete, no graffiti.
Oh man, and then just leaves.
I think I think it also because it took a while for people to realize that Graffiti Pete is not just a random extra. Like if you're just watching it
Yeah.
as a film, because I mean, if you rewatch the play, he's usually with Sonny.
Did you know that Lynn said they were actually supposed to be a couple?
Sonny and Graffiti Pete.
Yeah, they were
I
supposed to be a couple,
I
but he
guess
cut that out.
he decided to settle with Carla and Daniela. Sorry,
Yeah,
Gabriela. Yeah, they weren't supposed to be a couple. Oh,
they changed it, but you know what? It's cool. Still a good movie.
Imagine if you were born and your first name is
Graffiti.
Graffiti Pete.
Graffiti Pete.
You know what job you want, son? You're gonna be a graffiti artist. Your name
But
be
Yeah.
Pete.
hey, honey, look, it's our kid. What do you want to name it? He's gonna be graffiti artist. His name is Graffiti now.
The first the first
it's
thing you
settled.
see.
Graffiti Peter.
Yeah.
he came out of his mother's womb with a can of spray paint
God.
and a stencil.
Iragua.
I'd go ahead.
Iragwa.
Peragua man's actual name is Peragua.
Last name man.
I go ahead and
Imagine
give
he's gonna
this
take over the
movie.
family business.
Wait, what were you saying?
I go ahead and give this movie a perfect score to someone who's not really into musicals. Like
Yeah.
for me, is if movie musicals were more like this, I'd watch them more often. Just be more
Do
like
you want
this
a list? You want a list of movie musicals that are like this?
later. But like
Yeah,
if
dude.
movies can be more
Send
like
it our
this
way.
and less like Cats 2019, I'll be good. But yeah,
Yeah.
10 out
I'll
of 10
have
for
it.
me.
Dude, you set the bar super yourself when you said Cats 2019 is my bar for not watching fucking movie musicals.
It's branded into my brain. I still remember Idris Elba being naked in the movie.
Memories all
Um,
alone in the
In the
cinema.
moonlight.
Here's a question for you guys: which Broadway musical would you like to see get the cinematic treatment?
Dear Evan
Next,
Hansen, mother
normal.
need to see the fucking Dear Evan Hansen movie. Just give us the Dear Evan Hansen movie. Make it good.
oh
I'm
my
sorry.
god.
I'm sorry.
Dear
I'm
Evan
really sorry.
Hansen, I have mixed feelings about it, not because of Ben Platt. It's it's because they might adapt the novel instead of the musical.
Wait.
So I'm kind of scared about that.
Alright. No.
My name is actually Mark Evan Hansen. I just removed the mark because it sounds like meh.
Man. Oh my gosh, that's such a hard question. Like some of the plays I like, they already have a film, but like let's say for example, Legally Blonde, I do want to see the musical version of it.
True, because like
K-
the movie,
All
the movie with
yeah,
Reese Witherspoon hits different, but the musical hits more different.
they fleshed out so many characters in the musical, so like I really want that to be seen. Like
So,
yeah,
I
uh,
need Legally Blonde the musical to be a movie. I don't
Legally
care who
Blonde
you,
the musical, the movie.
as long as you fucking give me the musical version of this movie. It's
Be
And
More Chill would be cool too.
oh oh oh, like there's already a movie about this, but I want Matilda the musical to be here.
Yeah. Oh my god, that'd be so cute. Yes.
But as for something that wasn't made into a movie, I would really like Next to Normal to be one,
Yeah.
because Next
Definitely.
to Normal hits
Definitely.
really close home to me because of mental illness. Like the
Yeah.
mom has schizophrenia, I think, or
Yeah.
any of the more serious mental illness, and it really hits close home to me. And I did watch it twice when it was performed here,
Ooh.
one with my dad, one with my mom.
Nice, nice.
So I would
one
like to see
thing.
that.
One thing I do want to see, just to see if they could do it. I don't know, but I just want them to do the Broadway Spider-Man as a movie, just to see if they could complete production.
I
Still,
want to
still
go
Tom
watch it.
Holland.
Just like, let's see if no one's gonna die here.
Let's see if no one's gonna fall from the ceiling from now on.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, yeah,
Jesus
Did
Christ!
it's a curse.
Did you know the first song of the play? It's called "Boy Who Fell from the Sky,"
And that literally happened.
and then someone falls from the ceiling. I said,
Oh
but
What year did this come out?
2010, I believe, or 2011.
All right, let me quote you from the play. All right, ah, that guy, 2020, you know,
Wait, what?
direct
man.
quote from this. Ah, 2011.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Spider-Man the musical would have been lit. No, wait. I hear it's actually really boring.
Well, I don't know. That's not boring at all.
Uh,
I would like them to try to do the Carrie musical because both movie versions bored me to tears. At least the Carrie musical made me at least interested in the story.
I don't want it as a movie, but I want Nickelodeon to get at this and make its own animated special, the SpongeBob musical. Nickelodeon, what are you waiting for?
That's
Yes.
true.
I know John Chu wants to do Wicked next. That's like his next project.
Please.
John Cho, I trust fully in you to do
I
it.
trust him too.
Get
Wicked's
Tom
so
Hooper
good.
away. Tom Hooper, get
GMC,
away.
I trust.
I do kind of hope they get like Broadway actors to portray.
They
They
get
can
Hugh
they
Jackman.
can get they can get young actors to play young Elphaba and
Yeah,
yeah, and
doing
Glinda, but they
Narissa
can get
too.
like Edina Menzel to play adult Elphaba.
Uh huh. Can I have Derek Lena as Fear? I was kidding. But yeah, oh, Wicked would be such a eye candy.
I
Yeah.
also want American Idiot to be turned into one, but I don't know how they're gonna do that. It's
Yeah,
like Les
actually.
Mis where nothing is spoken.
I've never seen the American Idiot musical, but I do. I heard it's a American Idiot in 21st Century Breakdown, right?
Yeah, it is.
Tom
Yeah,
Twice? Yeah.
yeah, it's good. All
I'll send
right.
it to you and Ina. You guys can watch it.
Mhm.
But
Oh, I
yeah.
also want Spring Awakening to be turned to one.
Oh my god. You want Spring Awakening to be a movie, Danny? Jesus Christ.
PG, PG.
Come on.
Actually surprised by this whole movie too, because this is the guy from the guy who did Crazy Rich Asians. I was like, can you do musicals? And watching this movie was like, yeah, holy shit, he can.
I think
Another. Sorry, you
what?
first, Ina.
Oh, I think John Chu was like he did this also in Crazy Rich Asians. He was able to like find the intimacy in the within the culture. Like that's
Yeah,
why he did so well in Crazy Rich Asians. Here, he was like he showed the leche flan. He showed like all these little details that really showed the Latinx culture, which is why he was really up for this particular genre of musical. Yeah, you were that. Oh, yeah, you did.
I was just saying, since this is so well edited and directed, I don't know why, but I can kind of see Edgar Wright doing a musical just because of his manic directing.
Dude, I just want to see John Cho do a Scott Pilgrim musical.
Hey,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would
I
that's
want.
actually
accurate
maybe
to the book.
I would actually maybe like Scott Pilgrim.
When are we getting a My Chemical Romance, The Black Parade?
That's true.
You guys know that?
When Broadway opens again.
Know what, Enzo?
I know by the end of this year, Steven Spielberg will do his first musical, which is West Side
West Side
Story.
Story.
Ooh.
Fun fact, that was also worked on by Lin-Manuel Miranda, the Broadway revival.
Yeah, yeah, he was part of it.
Yeah, he did the Spanish translations.
But yeah, on that note, that has been our video for In the Heights. Hope you
So
guys,
this so In the Heights gets in total 20 peraguas.
20
yes,
piraguas out of 10, out of 5 piraguas.
there
That's
we
how
go.
good it is.
There we go. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, please comment. Please be sub in the comments. Seven Ina, where can people find you?
Facebook. Just kidding.
Facebook.com/real
Real culture pit.
and Instagram and Twitter at Real Culture
Culture
Pit.
pit. Yeah.
Danny, where can people find you?
Twitter at the Duck Avenger. Hey.
Hey,
Hey.
Quack,
Quack.
quack.
quack. And you can find me on Instagram and Twitter. The links are down. All the links are down below. Thank you so much again for watching the videos. Please, as always, wear a mask, stay safe, and get vaccinated if you can. Oh, and if we get 100 subscribers, there will be a special video. We call it Geeks
What?
and Degenerates. We've been talking about a lot of geek stuff, and if we get 100 subscribers, we'll finally do something, a video that focuses on something degenerate. Depends on your point of view, but we'll
If, if we get 1,000 subscribers, we're gonna do the entirety of Hamilton right here.
we
Wait,
make
like
no
perform it?
We are gonna perform the entirety of Hamilton right here.
we make no promises. Anyway, but yes, we'll see
And we
you.
are gonna get copyright strikes from it.
Before that happens, we'll see you guys all next time. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Pasensya, Ife.